pack a bag as we show you another travel destination on Long Island.
Welcome to the Ward Melville Heritage Association Discovery Cruise. It was basically to learn about the ecology of coastal wetlands, which is one of the most important habitats that there is ecologically and biologically. A lot of people live there their whole lives and they've never really gone where we go because the only way you can get there is by boat. In 1973, there was an act that was passed that you could no longer fill in or drain the wetlands that has been done. An example would be the John F. Kennedy Airport used to be a wetland. It's very important that we don't lose any more because as it is, we have a lot of flooding issues. Wetland is where the land and the water meet. This is very important biologically, and where we were is the salt marsh, and that feeds so many animals, and it is a nursery for baby animals. In fact, they say that it is more valuable than good farmland. And of course, we didn't know this, so in the early part of the last century, we filled in and we drained the wetlands, and then we found out that, well, wait a minute, this is what is keeping a lot of our animals alive and thriving, and now we're destroying it. Also, of course, there's the flood control. You need to have the plants that soak up the water slowly and then release it slowly. The creek was not harmed by Sandy because we had the wetlands, we had the cordgrass. It also, believe it or not, takes up pollutants and filters the water and actually makes it cleaner. And then that water goes down into the ground and we drink that water. The wetlands are a giant fast food restaurant for migrating birds. They stop, they pick up a bug, they pick up a plant, they pick up a fish, and then they keep going. And if they don't have that, they're not going to make it to their destination. So we also have birds that come here for the winter. Birds that come from the way north, this is their Florida. Especially waterfowl, of course. The water is frozen up there, and here it's a little more open. We probably have over 100 species of birds here. Some of the birds have already left and migrated, but there are quite a few that are still here. The egrets are still here. The swallows were still here. We saw oyster catchers, which are of course my favorite shorebird with the big orange beak, and they're making a comeback as the water is getting a little bit cleaner. The two endangered species that are right here on this island are the piping plover and the least tern, which is a smaller tern than the common tern. We have to fence off certain areas so that those animals can have their babies and not be stepped on or harassed.
You know, it's interesting because we lived here more than 10 years and we've been to the beach, West Meadow Beach right over there, and walked along the pathway, and remarked on what a beautiful preserve this is, but never appreciated the amount of wildlife in here. And of course the houses along here are spectacular too. My mother used to be a wildlife conservationist for a county in upstate New York, and she concentrated on wetlands, so I wanted to have this to tell her about it and to get her to come down and take the cruise too.
If you would like more information, you can go to our website, which is whmo.org.